Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to part 8 of What If Naruto Was Trained to be a Mercenary. But before we start, go on my second channel and go ahead and check out Uchiha Naruto the Sage. And on this channel, I post a new episode of What If Tsunade was Naruto's mother. So for now, I'm going to be giving you part 8 of What If Naruto Was Trained to be a Mercenary. Get this 1 to 100 like as usual. Remember to share to all of your friends on your social media platform. And if you haven't yet, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and click that subscribe button and be a part of the Anime King family. And enjoy the lovely what ifs that I am sending your way. And yeah, I'll be leaving a link in the description for my second channel, so go ahead and check it out. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. Start the intro. You can change. You satisfy the rage in me. Take away my pain. You satisfy the rage in me. So, in the last part we left off, Naruto was facing off against Jiraiya, where he went into the fox state because of anger and rage. And Jiraiya was wounded, so he brought Naruto to the sand, the nearest place they could get help. They were brought to the sand where Jiraiya was getting medical help and Naruto awoke in the hospital. Jiraiya told him that they were jumped by some missing ninjas, but he managed to get caught off guard. But he still defeated them, and Naruto was fighting them and he got knocked out. That is why he probably don't remember it. Jiraiya was making up a lie, but Naruto already knew what happened because he overheard Jiraiya talking about the Nine Tails, and that some of his chakra leaked out. So they decided to spend the time at the sand for the time being. The next morning they were gone and back with their training. But right now we're going to have a 4-year time skip. We're going straight past the 5 years, so the training trip is going to be over. Yeah guys, so let's start this new episode. A lot of things had happened over the time skip. Naruto has gotten Sage Mode. Minato leave back a scroll for Naruto when he was ready to seal the demon fox inside of him. He left it at the Hokage's office for Sarutobi to give Naruto when he's a bit older. Jiraiya held on to it. He gave Naruto about 2 years ago. And Naruto read it and he knew who his father and his mother was. The scroll was also full of amazing techniques and Naruto was going to learn them all. Now, Naruto is a mercenary. He does jobs for other villages. He is now on a job to deliver a missing nin back to the Mizu cage. But he found something intriguing. A young boy. His name was Ranmaru and he had a rare bloodline that the missing nin used. But Naruto got flashbacks as he realized that the both of them had the same relationship like Zabuza and Haku. Ranmaru was indebted to the missing nin. After Naruto talked to him, Ranmaru decided to make Naruto help him out. Now, Ranmaru was on Naruto's back as Naruto was going back to the Mizu cage to deliver the missing nin. Naruto stood on a rock as he was thinking back about his friends at Konoha. It has been 5 years since he saw any of them. He really misses his village. He wanted to go back, but he has to do a couple more missions before he go back. Naruto has changed over the years. He was about to think of a certain masked Jonin, but he stopped. After all, the Uchiha was his favorite and he only trained the Uchiha. Naruto has gotten hatred for almost everyone on his team, even Kakashi. He then started to think about that pink-haired girl, and it brought him nothing but hatred as he growled as he think about her. That ungrateful witch. She must have married Sasuke by now, and they are living a happy life. Up to this point, Naruto still doesn't know that Sasuke left the village to went with Orochimaru. He hasn't heard anything. I can't believe that I brought back Sasuke, and yet she slapped me in the face and reject me. That is why I put her in her place, Naruto said to himself. And what angered Naruto the most is that he's the reason that the Uchiha is back and she never told him thanks. He was now happy that he said those cold words to her. He hated her. He finally erased all of those thoughts. He didn't care anymore. So he should just move on with his new life. Thinking about the old bond that brought him only pain and misery, he flashed that out of his head. Ranmaru was getting confused as he was on Naruto's back. One minute Naruto seemed happy, but now he looked like he wanted to kill someone. Are you alright, Kitsune? Naruto is now going by the Kitsune Fox. Are you alright, Kitsune? Asked the worried Ranmaru. I am fine, said Naruto, finally forgetting about everything that stressed him out. Ranmaru nodded. He was happy now that the Kitsune wasn't so upset. Kitsune, we're going to the Mist Village, right? Well, I am going there to drop off the missing Nin, but not you, Ranmaru. Me and you are going somewhere else. You're going to let me in some kind of village? Asked the young boy, feeling scared that he was going to be left and separated from Reiga, the missing Nin. You're close, Ranmaru. I am going to give you a family, a real one that will understand you, and you will forge bond between them, and they will become your precious person, Naruto said with a smile. Ranmaru just sat there as he listened to Naruto, as they made their way with their travels. They had finally left the mountain area and came into a beautiful field, as it was a long way ahead. Naruto then sensed something, as he couldn't forget what it was. He had been traveling with that person for 5 years, so he was quite familiar. Well, Pervy Sage, I was wondering when you were going to show up. I know you got caught up in the middle of your research. Suddenly, a cloud of smoke appeared in front of them. Came Jiraiya. I am sorry that I am late, he said with a smile on his face. I was busy with business, he said. You mean research? Asked Naruto. Yeah, anyway, I was passing by this area and I heard the rumors from the people saying that they were saved by the one and only Kitsune Flash, and he stopped the missing Nin, Kurosaki Reiga. That's when I realized where you was. Better late than never, Naruto muttered. Anyway, did you brought what I asked you? Jiraiya took out some needles. Yeah, I got more of the sleeping serum from Tsunade. Naruto took out a scroll as he used a hand seal and placed the rest of the needles inside of the scroll, leaving out one. He knew that he was going to use it anytime soon. It was a while since Reiga was unconscious and he should be waking up, so Naruto needed this to put him back to sleep. Boss, the Shadow Clone said to Naruto, Reiga is waking up. Naruto turned to see Reiga open his eyes. Naruto then injected Reiga with the needle, as Reiga then fell back unconscious. Jiraiya then looked at Naruto, as he then finally realized that the kid was on his back. Hey, who's the kid? He's a friend I met while fighting Reiga. His name is Ranmaru. Ranmaru, say hi to Pervy Sage. Pervy Sage? Asked the confused Ranmaru. Jiraiya frowned as a vein popped on his forehead. That is not my name. I am Jiraiya, the legendary Sannin of Konoha, he said with a proud smile. Naruto's sweat dropped as Ranmaru's sweat dropped as well. Still with the idiot poses, Naruto said. So, do you have more missions for me? Naruto asked him. Here it is. Lady Tsunade has sent more mission and targets for you, since you finished off the last list you got so easily, he said as Naruto took the scroll and looked on it. Naruto smirked as he said, what would you expect from me? I always focus on my mission. I don't go around peeping on ladies in bath. Jiraiya ignored the comment. So, I guess you're taking Reiga to the mist. Yeah, but first I'm going to Wave Country. I am going to be leaving Ranmaru there. I am going to be giving him to a nice family. Alright, said Jiraiya. I'm gonna be out now, doing my research. Research? Naruto said. As Jiraiya chuckled. Oh, Pervy Sage, you know you owe me some money, right? I defeated Rega, and I didn't even use the Rasengan or the Flying Thunder God. Jiraiya just frowned at him. Yeah, right, I don't believe you. Come on, Pervy Sage, why would I lie? Besides, you know I'm strong enough to defeat him without using any kind of jutsu. I should have been there to see it. Come on, you know I'm strong enough to defeat him without any sorts of jutsus. I guess you're right, said Jiraiya. I'll pay you later. Now come on, let's go. Time skip. All this time, Naruto had a mask on his face, so Ranmaru doesn't know who he is. He had on a fox mask. They arrived at the Wave Country. They were now on the famous Naruto Bridge. I suppose this is a good time, said Naruto. Good time for what? Jiraiya asked him. To remove my mask. I do not want to cause commotion on myself. Are you sure? What about the kid there? He will know who you are. And guys, all this time, Jiraiya has been calling Naruto Kitsune. I am just the one who's calling him his original name, Naruto, because I don't want you guys to get confused. So Ranmaru doesn't know who Naruto is. Naruto then placed Ranmaru to sit down. As Naruto then took out a scroll, he ran through some hand signs and a puff appeared. When it died down, there was a brown coat big enough to cover your entire body. Naruto pulled his hoodie down as he removed his fox mask, showing his face. Ranmaru saw the face behind of the mask. He was just a teen. He had long spiky hair that reached down to his shoulders, whisker mark on his face. Naruto put the cloak around him, covering his uniform, as he said, and took a sigh of relief. That get tiresome time. I hate wearing that mask for too long. As he put the fox mask in one of the many pockets on his coats. You're the Kitsune? Asked Ranmaru as he gazed at him. Naruto smiled down at the boy. Yes, my real name is Uzumaki Naruto. Now, let's get going, Naruto said, as Ranmaru got on his back as they headed off. So, I'm just gonna skip this because everything went smoothly. And Tazuna family decided to take Ranmaru in. He was just a kid. And since he had that great bloodline, he will be a good help to the Wave Country. He was happy with his new home, but he begged Naruto to not let them execute Rega. Naruto said he would try his best, even though Rega was a missing nin. They got to the Mizukage, and Jiraiya managed to convince them to not execute Rega, even though that he was a missing nin. Naruto was relieved. He managed to keep his promise, even though the situation looked bad. But Rega didn't get executed. Jiraiya and Naruto was now walking in the streets. You are lucky that I get along with the 4th Mizukage, or Rega would have been killed by now, said Jiraiya. I know. Thanks, Pervy Sage. So how comes you get along with the Mizukage? Naruto asked. Well, the 4th Mizukage is a big fan of Ichi Ichi Paradise, and I gave an autograph, so Rega will spare. Naruto's sweat dropped. That is all that it takes? Well, thank you, Pervy Sage. It's rather to be in a jail cell than decapitated, Naruto said. Anyway, Pervy Sage, said Naruto, where are we going to meet this spy of yours? It is a most secluded area in the mist, Jiraiya said, with a weird smile on his face. Naruto looked at him. He didn't like that smile. Somehow, I have a bad feeling about this, said Naruto. Are we going to a dangerous place? Naruto asked him. Not that he was afraid. He could easily take on any type of opponents. He just didn't want it to attract any unnecessary attention, even if he wasn't wearing his fox mask. No, of course not, Naruto. Why would you think that? I promise that you will love the place, Jiraiya said as he gave Naruto a smile. You will enjoy it a lot. Minutes later, Naruto was following Jiraiya as he was walking through a dark alley. It was between two buildings, so it was very dark. It was hard to see. Naruto was having a bad feeling. Alright, why would they come to a dark alley when obviously no one was around? Hey Pervy Sage, what gives? Why are we here? This place is a dead end. Just relax. We're finally here. Naruto didn't understand as they were staring at a dark wall. Jiraiya then made hand signs as the dark wall disappeared to see a small metal door. Jiraiya opened the door. What is this place? Said Naruto as they entered. This is a top secret spy meeting, said Jiraiya. When they got inside, it was a room, a small box room, where the wall was bored. As they saw another door. What is the password? A man said. As Naruto looked around, no one was there. Jiraiya cleared his throat. Women are like sunset. There will always be a better one with each passing day, said Jiraiya. Suddenly, the wall started to open up. Naruto said as he followed behind Jiraiya. They entered while the bodyguard placed his hand on the wall as it sealed up again. As they walked through a small corridor, as they were walking, Naruto started to hear music. He heard lots of guys chanting. They were also whistling. Was this some kind of club? Naruto said as Jiraiya turned around to give him a perverted smile. When they got in there, lights was sparkling everywhere as women were in there dancing, wearing revealing outfits. Some were dancing on table, some were dancing on metal poles, as the men in there were going crazy and throwing monies all around. While other women were waitressing and going around with drinks. Naruto looked at Jiraiya. Jiraiya looked like a happy boy when Christmas morning as his nose was bleeding and his eyes were sparkling. Naruto looked at Jiraiya. That snapped him from his pervert fantasy mode. What is wrong, Naruto? You look angry. What's wrong? What's wrong? Important place, my ass. This is a strip joint. So, what's your point? Jiraiya said. Wait, isn't 18 the age to be in here? Naruto asked. Yes, said Jiraiya. What is the big deal? Well, I'm only 17. Relax, Naruto. You're tall as a tower. And you don't look like that baby kid again. You realize that though. I wasn't a baby kid, said Naruto. Yeah, you were, said Jiraiya. Enough of that, Naruto said. Hello and welcome, a voice behind them said, as they turned around to see one of the bouncers. As the man then looked at Jiraiya. Oh, Jiraiya, what's going on? You want to sit at your usual spot? Usual spot? That mean you go here a lot, Naruto thought, as he looked at Jiraiya. Jiraiya nodded as they went over to a booth. You see, Naruto, everything is fine. Now let's go. Naruto nodded nervously. This was the first time he visited this sort of place. Because he spent so much time with Jiraiya, the 5-year skip, he was kind of a secretive pervert as he really enjoyed this place. In his mind, he was happy to see all of the women in their revealing clothes. So, Pervy Sage, judging how the people in this place treat you, I can say that this isn't your first time. Yeah, I've been here a dozen of times. This place is the best, Jiraiya said. And the best thing is, I don't have to pay. I have free entry here. And why is that? Naruto asked curiously. Well, all of the money that I saved for my mission, I donated to the Mitsukage so he could build this place. There isn't a strip club in the 5 great nations. So, I figured that the Mitsukage should build one. And after he accepted my money, he decided to build this place. So basically, you're telling me that you're the founder of this place, as Jiraiya gave him a perverted smile, making Naruto's sweat drop. But why didn't you choose Konoha to build the place? Naruto asked. Well, the council refused, said Naruto, but Sarutobi was up to it. Jiraiya said as he remembered his past sensei. Naruto just sighed. Okay, where is this spy we are meeting? Well, I believe you also know this girl, said Jiraiya, as Naruto raised an eyebrow. Who is she? Sorry for being late, Jiraiya-sensei. Naruto gasped as he recognized the voice. When he turned around, he was met by a woman in her 20s with beautiful long brown hair, with blue eyes. Naruto gasped as he was staring at Sabeki Mai, the same girl that he met in the Lightning Country 5 years ago when Jiraiya was trying to make him pick up chicks. Naruto blushed, seeing how beautiful and attractive she has become. Of course, she was older than him when he met her. Now she was 23, a very fine woman with a beautiful body. But she was also checking him out, as she was thinking in her head he was really handsome, not knowing that it was the same kid she met a long time ago and called him a pervert because he accidentally slipped and he fell face first into her bosom. As she saw his long spiky hair that was golden like the sun, and she had never seen such big beautiful eyes. But then she saw his whisker marks, and that made her remember something. No, it can't be. Naruto? Is that you? She said. Naruto grinned. He realized that she recognized him. So, you recognize me, Mai. I instantly recognized you because I couldn't forget that gorgeous face of yours, said Naruto, as Mai blushed as the compliment she was getting. She had a thought in her head to just jump on Naruto and have her way with him, but she is controlling her urges. But with someone like Naruto standing in front of her, it was very difficult. Thank you, Naruto, she said. And I really love your outfit. It shows the true meaning of your beauty. Mai, you are a really gorgeous flower, Naruto said with a wink, as that made her blush even more. As Jiraiya had tears in his eyes, he looked at Naruto. He was impressed in his student. Jiraiya was the one who teach Naruto everything he knew about women and understanding the heart of a woman and complimenting them. Now, from an idiot loudmouth brat to a smooth talker, a strong ninja, and a true ladies' man, Jiraiya said with a proud smile and tears. He then cleared his throat. Naruto, you already know Mai. She is my spy in this era undercover. She's posing as a stripper. And I must say, you picked the perfect girl to be your spy, he smirked, as he kept on flirting with her and giving her compliments, making her blush crazily. But, Pervisade, said Naruto, are you telling me that you knew Mai all along? Well, not since that time we met her at the village. I became interested in her. And about a year ago, I offered her the position of being my spy and she accepted. How convenient that you decide to put her here of all places, Naruto said with sarcastic tone. Mai giggled at his comment. Believe it or not, Naruto, this is the perfect place to gather information. There are all types of men here, and they are just craving attention from a young, beautiful, sexy girl like me, she said, as Naruto just smiled and looked at her. Jiraiya then got close to Mai as he whispered to her, please give Naruto one of your private dances, Jiraiya said. Mai gave a big smile, like she was expecting and wanting Jiraiya to say that. She wanted Naruto badly, and this was her chance. She brought Naruto as she took his hand as the both of them leave, while Jiraiya headed over to the other women's. Mai, where are you taking me? Naruto asked. It's a surprise. You will see, she said as she giggled. You're on your own, kid, Jiraiya said as he turned and cheered loudly for the next stripper to come out. Have fun, Jiraiya said in his mind. So, what is going to happen? Naruto said, as Mai gave him an innocent smile, which Naruto just gulped. Soon they entered the private dancing area. Naruto arrived in a room as he sat down on the couch. Naruto was about to get up. Sit down, Naruto, Mai said sweetly. Mai, why did you brought me here? Naruto said as she smirked. She heard a tone of fear in his voice. Why, Naruto, are you afraid of me? She asked. Of course not. I am just wondering why did you brought me here? Naruto asked again. As he gave a goofy grin, he was getting more and more nervous by the minute. I just want you to relax, you look very tense. So sit back, I will make it all better for you, she said in a seductive voice. She then removed the apron that she was wearing. Naruto was able to see my outfit clearly now. She was wearing a white string bikini, and it was not really blocking anything. He could almost see everything. Naruto, do you remember what I told you 5 years ago back in the village? She whispered in his ear. Naruto blinked as he tried to remember. You said that when I was at the right age we could know each other. Mai smiled. How sweet, you remember. Look at you, Naruto. We can finally get to know each other better, she said. Not quite, I'm only 17 and you must be 22, right Mai? Naruto said in a shaky voice. 23 to be exact, she giggled. He's only 17 and look this handsome, she said. As the music started to play, as she went and started to dance on the pole, making Naruto sit there as he watched, as he blushed heavily. Naruto, tell me about yourself, she said. It is going to be hard to talk when you're dancing like that, Mai, Naruto said, as nothing was coming at his head for the moment. Don't be so shy, she said as she continued to dance. Just a while ago you were complimenting me and flirting with me. Well, that was before you start dancing, Naruto said as he couldn't think of anything to say. His heart was beating. His legs were shaking. She then licked her lips at him. Do you like what you see, Naruto? Oh dear God, Naruto said. Yeah, he stuttered out. He then realized that he could distract himself by telling her about himself. So Mai, do you want to hear about me? He said. Yeah, I would love to, she said as she continued to dance. Well, I graduated at the academy when I was 12 and I became a genin. I was on a team consist of me, 2 other genin, and our jonins. Our first mission was supposed to be a C rank, but it turned out to be a A rank when we faced off against Zabuza. Mai was impressed as she heard Zabuza. She heard that name. He was supposed to be a member of the legendary ninja swordsman. Oh Naruto, you must be really strong since you survived. Well, I wasn't that strong back then. It was because I wasn't alone and I had my team. Anger then flooded into Naruto's mind as he remembered about his team. Although Mai was focusing on her dancing, she was also focusing on Naruto in front of her as she noticed that anger got into his eyes. She wanted to calm Naruto down, so she decided to take her dance to the next level. So she reached the top and unpin it. But guys, I'm going to be ending this episode right here. If you want to see the next part of this, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification to stay posted. Remember to share this to all of your friends on your social media platform. But for now guys, I'm out. Peace.